people of Amazonia, my fellow brave warriors of our liberation movement. Accept liberation greetings from me, Comrade John Akuro. This Monday, the 13th day of May 2024. I'd like to say Happy Country Sunday to all our people in Victoria, our people in Eyumojok, our people in the Menda, our people in Bokem German, and of course to our people in Kotobarombi. If you're watching me from any part of Amazonia, accept my liberation greetings. My people of Amazonia, I know this is a very early edition, but I make this one very early because I want us to be in tune with something. I've asked the question here often, and this question I've asked, I've never really gotten an answer. And so someone decided to address this issue too, like me. And so I decided I will come this early morning, I will introduce this someone, and let's listen to him. Let's watch him. Let's hear what he says. You know, I was here on this platform last week, when Capo Daniel issued that lackluster document saying he was calling for a so-called cessation of hostilities. And it was all over La République du Cameroun media. It was all over social media with black-led platforms like My Country People then. My dear people of Amazonia, I recall that when I was on this platform talking about a thing, I said something here. Not because I'm a warmonger. No, no, no. I've said here a lot of times that my concern is the protection of the civilian population. But my concern too is about these lives that are being lost uselessly, where we could quickly sit on a negotiations table, sit on a round table, have a conversation, meaningful dialogue, so that justice will be upheld and then peace will reign. There is no way there will ever be peace without justice. It will always be negative peace. There will always be problems. Senegal and Gambia were one country called Senegambia. It couldn't go. They went their separate ways. Today, they are excellent neighbors. I mean, excellent neighbors. I don't know what tells the people of the Republic of Cameroon that the only way they can relate to us is making us their slaves, is practicing black on black colonialism on us. I don't know whoever told them. But now this morning, because it is early morning here in the United States of America in Eastern Time, and of course this early afternoon in Amazonia, and today is Country Sunday. Of course, I know you are home. So my people, this question arises: do the lives of these soldiers in La République du Cameroon who are deployed to come and wreak havoc on our people, do their lives really matter to those who send them? Because it's a question that should be asked. Why am I asking these questions? Not in the interest of the people of Amazonia, because who gives a damn? What are they doing on our territory? On our territory, they represent terror. But on the flip side, all the lives of our self-defense volunteers matter so seriously. That is why when anything happens to any of them, we come here, we sit everywhere, we mourn. That's why you see in our various communities, they organize days of lockdown. I understand in Bamenda there's a Thursday that is set aside to mourn, whether for right or for wrong. That it's imposed for that long. But they do mourn our people because their lives matter to us. But on the other side, in La République du Cameroon, do those lives really matter? Why are they in our land? Why? This is a fundamental question to ask. And then it really strikes home so bad when some of our valiant youth fall to that stupidity of going to fight for the enemy against their own brothers and sisters who are fighting for freedom, fighting for a free and independent Amazonia, fighting for a better tomorrow for all of us, including those individuals. Now, among the 6 gendarmes who fell in a human job, one is called Eno, Enow, from Manyu, a son of the soil, but who came in with the army of occupation from La République du Cameroun to fight against the wishes and aspirations of his people, who went on that mission, who led that mission, who went with those occupational forces to be the guide, to show them, no, if we go this way, we will trap them. This is how we go against his own brother. People fighting for a better tomorrow for that young man's children, if he already had them, his siblings, and for the future of all Amazonians. In the process, he dropped his life. Have we heard one word, one, from Mr. Paul Biya, for whom he's dying? For whom he died, for whom they died? Have we heard one word, even an official press release from the Ministry of Defense of La République du Cameroun? But take note here, when Sargon, Braveheart Sargon, was killed in Dub, you see how they carried the remains and put them, called the crowd to come out. There was celebrations on all social media platforms. There was noise everywhere. The Guardian Post came out, dreaded Amber General. And the jubilation was such that you felt that they had ended the entire campaign. But they forget that one of these gendarmes, of these 6, one should be equivalent to about 50 or 60 Sargons. One will be equivalent to about 50 or 60 Sargons. Why? On account of the number of years and the amount of money the government of La République put in training them, and what they spend to pay them monthly salary and keep them on our land. Does that make some sense? So 6 of them falling in one go should tell you the extent of the loss, because they will come and tell you that, oh, they have brought down Sargon, it has ended. 6 of them, those are well trained, well equipped, well paid occupational forces. 6, yet not a single media platform in La République du Cameroun talked about them on their major debates this Sunday. I watched Equinox, I watched STV, I watched even Press Hour on CRTV. I watched Vision Card, that's what they call Vision Mille Collines. I went through all these channels, all these platforms, to see if any one of them will call for the observation even of 10 seconds of silence in honor of their fallen so-called valiant soldiers, professional army. Not 1 second anywhere. I mean 1 second. Hey, lest I forget. Was it even mentioned on CRTV News? No. None. Flies fell. So to you, my brothers and sisters from the southern Cameroons, who go offering your lives to fight in the army of La République du Cameroun against your own people, I want to use this to let you recognize that your lives are worthless. You mean nothing to them. The families of those 6 gendarmes will not see even the remains to bury, to intern. Yet, the government has not even told them officially that they lost their children, their husbands, their fathers, their brothers. None. Because their lives don't matter. They are only instruments in the hands of Mr. Paul Biya to go and unleash pain in Amazonia. There's juste what they call in French une machine à tuer. Parce que si leur vie comptait, M. Paul Biya devrait faire un discours. Sinon, au moins, le ministre de la Défense devait sortir un communiqué. Que non, leur vie, la vie de ces soi-disant vaillants soldats ne compte pas. Their lives don't matter. They don't. In the United States of America, where I am, one soldier, one falls at the battlefront, the whole country is held to a standstill. I mean, to a standstill. I went to attend a graduation ceremony in Kentucky. In the hall, the school board that was conducting this graduation ceremony had to get those who served in the U.S. Army in whatever capacity and who were already veterans, who were retired, to stand up and be honored for their service to the nation, for their services to the country. At some point, everybody in the hall was asked to stand up in honor of those that offer their lives at the service of the country. But that is La République du Cameroun. Six so-called valiant soldiers fall. It's as if flies have been killed by a broom. Boom. That is La République du Cameroun for you. So why are you people killing yourselves when you are considered worthless? Now I said here that for those who sat in one corner, because on those TV platforms, this Sunday, May the 12th, all they were talking about football. That was more important than the lives of their so-called valiant soldiers. Notre armée professionnelle. 6 soldats morts, tués et brûlés de la façon la plus brutale. Toutes les chaînes de télévision à Yaoundé, à Douala, parlaient football, parlaient foot. La vie de ces soldats, est-ce que leur vie compte? Mais vous vous laissez utiliser comme des objets. Des objets. On utilise, on jette. Votre décès, votre abattement n'est que personne. Means nothing to anybody. That is who you are. And now I saw a gentleman who is shocked, in total consternation and embarrassed. I said here, when they were celebrating the passing of Sargon, the fall of Sargon, when they were celebrating the fall of Alaji, when they were making all the noise, and also their platforms, they were saying, La guerre au nord est même déjà finie. And when they were looking at the document from Capo, they say, yeah, it's finished. It's just some little pockets of places. It's completely over. Hell no. I said here, not because I like war, but because I believe strongly in justice. Justice, so that we have sustainable peace. I said, this liberation movement had not yet completely gone past Genesis. We haven't reached Malachi. By the time we get to Malachi, La République du Cameroun will understand that they will have to come to the negotiations table. I will come here every day I'm able to continue to call the attention of our civilians to stay clear of anything that can cost your life. I'm of the civil society. The lives of the civilian population is my concern. Their lives are my concern, I beg your pardon. And I will always want to draw your attention to what I know. And what I know is that this liberation movement will only end the day justice is seen to be done. And like Cameroon's occupational forces have left our land. Don't fall to any lousy propaganda and antics. By the way, let us listen to this gentleman. Listen to him because he is saying some very important things, addressing them to the government of La République du Cameroun. The desperation is real. The shock and embarrassment is obvious. I know you are all expecting me to talk about Moja Moja. What happened to Moja Moja? I'll be back here for a late evening edition either today or tomorrow to talk Moja Moja. I don't want us to talk Moja Moja. But that's not all. There is a lot more to talk about. Of course, you heard what happened in Victoria. I warned that people in Victoria, be careful, don't feel too free, because the same people who are among you claiming that they are there to protect you can turn against you. But now you heard about a soldier of the B who loads his gun and decides to go into a packed full nightclub, according to him, to avenge the lives of soldiers brought down by self-defense volunteers. He's going to take his revenge on civilians. In the process, one civilian died and another one was wounded. It's by the grace of God he didn't succeed in slaughtering many. My people of Amazonia, the times are getting very concerning. But most especially before I get to, this is going to be a very short broadcast. After I listen to this gentleman, I'll come in and conclude. All I want you to do, just listen to him. Just watch him. And of course, most especially, share with those platforms where you have those so-called CPDM elite and all of those people who are loyal around there are making all those claims. Share with platforms where you have citizens of the Republic of Cameroon. Let them listen to some of these issues and share most especially with families of people who have children in the army of La République du Cameroun. Let them understand the level of stupidity, because they're letting their children to be killed as flies would not even the reward of recognition follow.
Yesterday, 10th of May 2024, was a Black Friday in Cameroon, especially within the military, because it says government forces, military, were brutally killed by the Amazonia fighters. Welcome to TFA Talking Point. And before I explain to you what actually happened, I'm going to ask this particular question: whether the lives of the military matters, whether the lives of the military, the police and the Gendarmes in Cameroon means something to the government of President Paul Biya. Because these people are going into their early grave every blessed day, but nobody is saying anything about it. 6 of them were brutally killed yesterday, Friday, 10th of May, 2024. But up to this point, the government has not given any official statement. The military have not said anything about. They were killed and their body burns by the Amazonia fighters. We saw the video circulating on social media. So if this is your first time joining TFA Talking Point, do us a favor. Subscribe to our channel. Drop your own comments, because we are here creating lasting solutions to problems plaguing our country, Cameroon, and our society. That 6 military Gendarmes of the Cameroon government were brutally killed, including a brigade commander in the southwest region of Cameroon, Manyu division, a Yomonjok subdivision. That somebody came to the Gendarmerie, told them that the Amazonia fighters are taking a particular direction. So maybe if they follow them, they may have killed the Amazonia fighter or arrested. And then the commander at the Gendarmerie asked 6 or 7, the 6 of his men, including him, making a total of 7, to follow them. So when they went, they followed the Ambazonia fighters. And then not knowing that the person who came at the Gendarmerie maybe was an insider sent by the Ambazonia fighter. When they approached that point, the Ambazonia fighter attacked the truck that was ahead, killing one of the occupants, and one escaped with a bullet. And then they attacked the vehicles that was behind, carrying the commander of the brigade of the Gendarmerie and others who were inside, and they were all killed. 5 of them in that vehicle, plus the one that was killed in the truck, making a total of 6 who were brutally killed and 1 escaped. And we also heard that one Amazonia was also killed. That we don't actually confirm. But my problem here is, why is it that nobody is talking about it? Their vehicles were set on fire, even their bodies inside. We saw the guns Amazonia displayed them and showing things they collected from those that they killed. This is the Anglophone crisis. And this is how the government of President Pobia has reduced the lives of the police, the Gendarmes, and the military in Cameroon. That they are dying like fowl, like chicken, with nobody saying anything. 6 of them brutally killed, and up to date, more than 24 hours, no official statement from the government, no official statement on any TV station. Nobody is reporting anything. I have searched, and all the Amazonia platforms are reporting it. Mimumufo reported about it. A Cameroon news agency reported about it, because eyewitnesses sent videos, and we saw the videos on social media circulating. It is terrible that the government, under the leadership of President Pobia, has reduced Cameroonians to this level. If an elephant or a lion or a tiger is killed in Cameroon today, all over they will be announcing it on all media platforms without stopping. Yet, 6 people who willingly joined the government, the military or the Gendarmes, in order to maintain law and order, peace and security within the national territory, now forced to fight their own brothers and sisters because of the stupidity and the stubbornness of President Pobia, who hold on to the military option to end the crisis in southern Cameroon. Here on TV Talking Point, we have talked severally that the crisis in southern Cameroon cannot end militarily, because the military cannot kill all Amazonia fighters. It is impossible, because Amazonia is an ideology. It's already an ideology. And the Amazonia fighter cannot kill all the military, because when you kill one, the government of Cameroon will recruit 20, taken from the children of the poor, the frustrated Cameroonians who are desperate and willing to sacrifice their lives only to feed, because of the hardship that President Pobia has created in Cameroon. So there is no way. I am pleading and begging on these 2 parties, the government under the leadership of President Pobia and the Amazonia leaders, that we should look for ways to stop this killing. All these people we are killing in southern Cameroon have nothing to do with what we are fighting for. The government are using the poor Cameroonians, desperate Cameroonians, frustrated Cameroonians, the children of the poor, to fight their battle for their own pockets. The Amazonia came in 2017 to help defend the people of southern Cameroon because of the brutality of the police who were being sent by the government to torture southern Cameroonians. But why should we keep on fighting when we have proven and shown to the government that we are not people that they have to play with? We have shown.
My dear people of Amazonia. So you see, I said here earlier, and I'm repeating again, I don't share his appellation of Southwest, whatever, of Cameroon. We're not Southwest of Cameroon. All those appellations are his own. But what amuses me and what was interesting in me in this is that listen even to those pan Cameroon activists talk. They are beginning to see what I have spoken here about before several times, that the people of La République du Cameroun at the beginning thought that they were just coming to teach a lesson to the people of the southern Cameroons. In their own words, to dératiser. That was Jacques Zay. Said dératiser. Dératiser here means that were rats. And they needed to do what? To clean out the rats. That's what he said. In the words of Okaya Bilai, we were dogs. We were going to slaughter us if people did not hold their various dogs, as he said. Listen, folks. If you have a family member in the army of La République du Cameroun, tell them that it is long overdue for you to continue to put your life at the service of people who don't care. If La République du Cameroun can use people like Moja Moja and dump like like rotten tomatoes, use all. Look at Nambe was saved by the breath of hair and by the grace of God. A lot of those who are the DD, as I showed you videos here of Yannick Kawakawa and others in waters, nobody has ever benefited anything from sacrificing either their lives, their time, or their resources for the Biafran government. Don't sacrifice your life for sleepwalking people, for living ancestors. Ambazonia, as the young man himself said, confirm what I said a few days back, Ambazonia is an ideology. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. Ambazonia will be. Ambazonia will come to pass. I guess the only thing left for the families who lost their sons in Manyu, the only thing Yaoundé can offer them, that Ashunyenti, too, a son of Manyu, will offer them, will be this. This should be their consolation.
President Paul Biya is a blessing to this country. Cameroonians, we are lucky. We are made because we have Paul Biya, the helm of the state CAF. This President Paul Biya is a blessing to this country. Cameroonians, we are lucky. We are made because we have Paul Biya, the helm of the state CAF. This president.
You see, that is the undoing of it all. You go and allow yourself to be killed. And then on the platforms where they used to come and say, oh no, vaillant soldat, Yvon, they are discussing football. They are discussing fika food. Football is more important to Cameroonians than the lives of their soldiers. Don't go risk your life in Ambazonia. Drop your weapons. Walk back to La République du Cameroun. Tell Paul Biya, go to the negotiations table. Because that is the only way we'll get out of this. Your lives don't matter. They don't. Don't tell yourself that you are sacrificing for whatever. No. Our self-defense volunteers are rising and fighting because they are protecting their land. They want an occupational force out of their land. We want to decolonize our land. You, what are you fighting for? You, what are you fighting for? Okay. I'd like to thank each and every one of you who was here. Share this, like I said, especially let us be able to reach the families of those who have children in the army of La République du Cameroun. Let them understand that the fate, the lives of their children are in their hands. They should call their children to quit fighting for a system that will never recognize them. They should, because their lives don't matter. They are fighting a war of blame, a useless fight. That's why they can't make it. I'll be back here. To God be the glory.